Welcome. In front of me is a Motorola Razr 60, and today I will show you how you can enable and also set up your Do Not Disturb mode. So, to get started, you'll want to swipe down from the top of your screen like so, and then do it once more to extend the list of visible toggles. And somewhere in here you should be able to find, there we go, Do Not Disturb mode. Now if you don't see it on this page, you can try to look on other pages, as we do have multiple. And if you still can't find it, you could then click right here on this pencil, swipe down to anywhere below this text. Everything below here is a toggle that I can add to that list. So let's say instead of Do Not Disturb mode, I'm looking for extra dim. I'm gonna hold it. It lifts up a little bit and I can drag it around, drop it right here above that text, go back, and the extra dim toggle is now permanently added. Now, once you have added your toggle or found it, first time around, I recommend holding it. This will take you to the settings. And here we will be able to customize how the mode will function. So going over all of the options right here. First things first, people. And here you can select who will be able to call you. And you have options between favorite contacts, all contacts, which you can even see how many you have, anyone, which means they don't need to be even in your contact list, or no one. Now there's additional toggle, allow repeated calls. And if someone calls you twice within a 15-minute period, this toggle bypasses anything you have selected right here. It's a great option for emergency purposes when people usually spam call you till you pick up. This will allow them to reach you, even when they're not part of that whatever group you have selected. Now moving on, we have messages right here, and just like calls, we have all the options, but here we can have multiple options at the same time for some reason. So yeah. Apps. Here you can select which applications can be pestering you about, and apparently Google Play service is always the essential bullshit that always runs, no matter what that freaking thing is. If it's power saving mode, it's essential. If it's a Play Store, if it's applications, this garbage can still pester you about notifications and bullshit even when you don't want it. You can add other applications that would be pestering you. See if we can get rid of this trash. Of course we can't. We can just get rid of everything else that it does. There we go. So, moving on, we have alarms and interruptions. Then below that we have schedule. A fully automatic schedule, which will allow you to set it up once, and as long as it's enabled like so, you don't need to do anything extra. The device will turn it on at a specified day of the week, which here we have Sunday to Saturday, so that's basically all week long. Starts at 10 p.m., ends at 7 a.m. You can also tap on this to view it right here, all week long, start, end time. You can modify it if you want to. And yeah, that's basically fully automatic. You can also create new ones, have multiple, and they all can be running at the same time. Just know that if you have, for instance, one that is all week long and runs like this one, for instance, right? And then one day you want to also have, I don't know, specifically on Friday, let's just make a example. On Friday you want your schedule to end at 6 a.m. instead of 7. If you have both of those running, the longer one, which would be this one, which runs till 7, will take priority. So even though the 6 a.m. should have already turned your Do Not Disturb mode off, this is still keeping it on. As long as this is longer time, it's going to stay on. So you would need to manually turn it off, either this here specifically, or maybe change the day of the week to remove Friday for this example. Or when it's enabled, go in here and simply tap on a toggle when it becomes enabled. Anyway, moving on, we have duration for quick settings. This is a great option for people that don't want to mess around with schedule. You can select what will happen when you manually use this. Now, by default, it is going to run indefinitely, which I personally don't like because I tend to forget about it. So, I myself like to use the middle option for a specified amount of time. Now it says 1 hour, but we can increase this. Whatever we have, we will set right here in this setting page will be what it's going to be running for, the Do Not Disturb mode, how long it's going to be running for, every single time I manually turn it on, and only manually. Schedule isn't affected by this. Now if I were to choose ask every time, it will give me until turn off and timed specific one as an option every time I try to turn it on. And additionally, I can change the time in there as well every single time. Unlike if I were to select it in here, where I get to choose the timer once and kind of forget about it. If I choose every time to ask every time, I can every time change how long it's going to be running for. I'm going to stick with this one. 4 hours for me seems to be whatever time I would ever need for it, plus a little bit of time extra as a padding, and I don't need to worry about it. And I also removed one additional step of choosing the mode or even adding additional time or subtracting it. And then we have just notifications, so I'm just going to leave that alone. Anyway, we can now close this up once everything is set up, and then find the toggle, tap on it, and with my setting set to run only for 4 hours, the device is actually telling me that this will be running until 9:02 p.m. Because it's 5:02 p.m. on the phone, so 4 hours. And like I said, I don't need to wait for the timer to run out. I can just click on it again and turn it off at any time I want. So there we go. Now with that being said, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.